Welcome to the Now Healing Space. I am Elma Meyer, founder of Now Healing, in which I teach you how to plug into the healing field yourself, anytime, and there's a whole lot more too on the website, which is nowhealing.com. So, if you're not already on my mailing list, please go to the website, nowhealing.com, and sign up, because I will email you lots of free healings. There's tons of information, FAQs, hundreds of amazing testimonials and comments, and best of all, tons of free healing on the website, nowhealing.com. And then also there's some totally unique paid programs if you like to go deeper and invest time and energy and money beyond the free stuff that I give you. So please, if you have not yet done so, check out nowhealing.com, sign up for the email list. So today we are going to do 4 things here. Not necessarily in this order, we'll see what happens. First, we're going to do, or thing number 1, I don't know if we're going to do it first, we're going to do a free healing that you can use on anything yourself, anytime. It's my gift to you. The second thing we're going to do is a discussion about how to break the law of attraction and get away with it scot-free, because there is actually a higher law or a higher state that I have discovered, and that's what I want to talk about and tell you about. And I will also, the third thing we're going to do is questions. I'll take your questions about that. And if I don't get to your questions live, I will answer them afterwards in the comments. And even if you're watching the replay, I will try to answer for the next few days. If you're watching like years later, I may not notice and I may not answer you, but you'll get the answer into your higher awareness. Maybe I will answer in several years. Who knows? Let's try it. Try me out. See if I'm on top of it. Okay, and the rules that we're going to break with law of attraction are, well, I'll tell you about that later. That's in the discussion. Oh, I didn't mention the 4th thing we're going to do. The 4th thing we're going to do, lastly, at the end, is I'm going to introduce my new program called the Intention Activator. And it's a brand new thing that I'm very excited about. And it breaks one of the other rules of law of attraction, which is that you need single-minded focus on the thing you want to attract. Because in my new program, the Intention Activator, I take you through a process to activate not just one thing, but your top 10 intentions. And this is a unique process that nobody else does, as far as I'm aware, at least. But anyway, even if you're not interested in buying anything, that's totally fine, no pressure. You are still going to get a free healing experience right here. And by the way, I was not going to do any free healing today because my business manager keeps telling me, Elma, you give away too much free stuff. But, you know, that's what I do. I can't help it. I have to take you into the healing space. Not just tell you about it, I have to actually give you the healing experience. It's part of my higher purpose to teach humanity how to do this themselves, whether they pay me to or not, because when you can plug directly into the healing field, you amplify it. You as an individual, you amplify it, and humanity can do this. And you amplify healing for the entire planet as you do this, which is my purpose. That is my behind the scenes purpose, healing for the entire planet. Now you know. And you can also amplify by sharing this Facebook Live video, or if you're watching it on YouTube later or on my website later, you can share it there or share it in an email. Just find the share arrow or button and please share it so that you can allow others to partake of this free healing field. And actually, while you do that, I'm going to just take 10 seconds. While you go share, I'm going to take 10 seconds and look at my comments and see if there's anything. Hello, 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 everybody. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, just share away, and I am hugely appreciative and grateful when you do. Okay. Before we do the free healing, let's talk about the topic at hand. The topic that you are actually here for. Let me have a sip of tea. Notice my matching cup and colors, and you'll see how it matches the colors of the intention activator. And it just so happens that I have those colors. Anyway, that's another story. The topic at hand. What happens if you break the law of attraction? Or actually, if you bend 3 of its rules? Because law of attraction says you need to believe that you can attract what you want. That is sort of rule number 1 for law of attraction and manifestation, at least the old school variety. You have to believe. The second rule is you need to feel like you already have it. And the third rule is you need to feel good in order to manifest good things. And well, of course, those are lovely. Those are great. Of course, feeling good is wonderful when it's easy to do. But what if it's hard to do one day, like it is in life sometimes? You know, it's not some people's natural state. And so I will show you my alternative, which is always easy, at least for me, and I hope that it is easy for you too. And that's why I'm doing this, because even if you're feeling crappy or grumpy or doubty or, you know, whatever, you still have wonderful true intentions that are for your soul's benefit and for the earth's benefit. And why not manifest them? Just because you're not feeling good on a personality level doesn't mean that you can't still manifest them on a soul level, on a spirit level, on a much larger level. So, because feeling good is kind of problematic sometimes. You feel, you know, you go through up and down feelings throughout the day. And some people are born chipper and cheerful and, you know, they have this sort of high emotional state. Others are born into cultures that don't value positivity, like the culture I was born into. You know, I was born in Eastern Europe to a skeptical scientist family of Holocaust survivors, and we did not think that being positive was good. We thought that was stupid. We thought positive people are silly, dumb. Why would you want to walk around with a big smile on your face? You know, that's where I came from. Not to mention the trauma, the ancestral trauma that keeps a lot of, you know, that stuff at bay. And then when I got to the new world, America, at the age of about 4, I was kind of like, you know, especially when I got to California at the age of 8, I was like, what are all these people doing, smiling and being happy? What is that? And when people told me to smile, my answer was like, you know, I almost made an obscene gesture. So for those of us who aren't born into, you know, amazing new world American can-do positivity, I have an alternative for you. And if you are a very positive person, some of my great friends are extremely just light, positive, can-do people, and this works for them too, in the, whether they're feeling good or not. So let me gather my thoughts again and see where I am here. Also, attraction. Here's another thing about law of attraction that that I have found, because I love to quibble. I love to see the opposite of things. I love to look at the yin of the yang and vice versa. And it's sort of like a let's turn it around. Like a lot of methods do that, like Byron Katie or Ewan method. They like to turn things around upside down. So let's do that with attraction in law of attraction. People assume that attraction means attracting stuff to you. You're pulling it into you. You are vibrating so that it matches your vibration, and like a magnet, it comes and sticks to you. And in a relativistic universe, that's true. But in a way, thinking of it that way makes it much harder. It's hard to pull something in from the vast abundance of the universe to you because you're a pretty small target. It's much easier to allow yourself to be pulled and attracted to the abundance of the universe, attracted to your larger purpose and the highest purpose of your life. Those are powerful attractors that allow you to get in the flow. Some might call it the vortex, like Abraham, which I love. But it's not your vortex. It's the higher flow's vortex. So you're not necessarily flowing it into you individually. You are flowing your individual self out into the larger, higher flow. And that higher flow of universal pull and universal gravitation just has a lot more gravity and attraction power. So align with that. It's much easier. Okay, so questions. Before I take questions, actually, let me see if there are any. Yes, be in the vortex, exclamation mark. Hi from Romania, yay! Bună ziua, bună seara. Okay, so before I take questions, let's do the free healing. How could I forget about the free healing? I didn't. Another sip of tea, please. Here's to you. I drink to you. Okay, the free healing. I want you to experience this. This is not just me blabbing and waving my hands. You are going to shift. Your energy field is going to shift. Your morphic field, your resonances are going to shift as you do this. And also, if you have questions about it, that's why I'm doing this before the questions, because this will answer a lot of your questions. And then, of course, you'll probably have new ones. Like how, what, how did that work? And it doesn't matter. We don't need to know how it works right now. We're doing it. We're not explaining it. Well, maybe I'm a little over-explaining it because I love to over-explain. It's fun. But I will stop now and we'll do the free healing. I'm going to take you through a direct experience of instant connection and instant wholeness. And it's this space of instant healing. It's a direct entry into the space of creation. So that's why it works for manifestation and law of attraction. And it's also a direct entry into the larger field of healing that already exists all around us, inside us, everywhere. And it will take maybe 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. It actually takes less than 2 seconds, less than 1 second. It's actually instantaneous. Once you've gotten the hang of it, it works sort of at the speed of thought. maybe at the speed of light. I haven't measured, I don't know. This being able to plug directly into the larger field of healing, I happen to have developed a very cool shortcut for that, and that's what I'm going to share with you now. There are many ways to get into healing and plug in and all that, but here's my shortcut. And this first part of the free healing will work on anything, not just manifesting. It is the entry point to that larger field of healing that already exists. It's the entry point to instant wholeness, and you have it in you at all times. And yeah, if you do other things like meditate or pray or go into nature or listen to music or take entheogenic substances, whatever, those are all great too. But the Now Healing Way is designed to be an instant connection with no need to take any time to meditate. And you can use it as a meditation, but you can also use it as just a switch that turns you on to healing and wholeness instantly. So let's do it. We're going to do it a little slow at first. And if many of you have been with me for a while, so you know this, but it's always new, and I'm going to give you a new twist. I call this going to center or entering your center. And let me just give you the why first. No, let me not give you the why first. I'll give you the why after. So go to your center. Your center is a vertical line at the center of your physical body and your energetic bodies. Some call it the pillar of light. Some call it the midline. It's described in many different ways. Don't worry about the description because the words will never do it justice. Just find that vertical center in your body, mind, and spirit that runs up and down your center. And you can breathe into it. You can imagine where it might be, and that is true awareness. You can point to it. And what that is a space where it's a portal that you can access infinity. Because while your center is sort of zero, you can imagine it as a point, maybe in your heart or your third eye or wherever you are sensing it right now. You can imagine it as a point, but it's really also a line, and it's really also a sphere, and it's really also a flower of life, and it's really also infinite, multidimensional everything. So it's sort of fractal. But you can go to it and be at zero. So feel that sort of zero balanced, like if you had a number line. Remember from elementary school math, you have a number line and then zero is in the middle. You are centered in that 0 point now. Feel into that. I'll stop talking for a moment so you can really feel that zero centeredness now. Good. And here's the why. We're not done with the free healing. We're still going to go on to a second part. But I just want to bring it in to the topic at hand. So when you're at zero, you are neither believing or disbelieving that you can manifest something or that you can't manifest something. So you're not in belief or disbelief, you're centered. You're neither positive or negative, but you're balanced at center. It's like the yin-yang center. So zero, the 0 point field, it's the powerful instant portal into the infinite. And from there, manifest, attract, resonate, intend, act, all of that stuff. And if you felt good that day, fine. If you didn't feel good, that's fine too. Just go to center and manifest so that you're not manifesting from your local yucky grumpy self. You're manifesting from center where you are already infinite. You feel that? You get that? When you are centered, you are no longer your local grumpy self, or your local lacking self, or your local hurting self, or your local pissed off self. You are infinite, and from that space, it's easy to manifest and attract. Okay, remember that. It's also easy to connect to the field of healing, which is kind of another topic, but do it anyway. Just do it yourself. If something is bothering you, hurting, stiff, or if an emotion is bothering you, go to your center and find the larger field of healing that connects at your center. And then that larger field of healing starts to flow into your local self, and voila, you are whole. Okay. The bottom line on manifesting and attracting from your center is, and believing and feeling good and all that kind of stuff. If you feel good, that's fine. It's great. But don't wait to feel good. Feel into your center instead. Shortcut. Okay. Now, the second part of the free healing is about your attraction, your manifestation. So be at your center. You're already at your center, but it's always nice to bring your awareness back to it because it's always different. It's infinite, so it's always, there's new aspects of it that you can discover every time. So I'm going to do an energetic alignment now, and you don't have to necessarily understand what I'm doing. You may, that's great. Align your attraction, not with your little local personality goals, but with the biggest, highest purpose of your life now. Just say now and bring that into your center so that you can get what you really want, which is not just a diamond ring from your sugar daddy or winning the lottery. What is the larger purpose? And there's no need to describe it. You tune into the larger purpose, but it's beyond words. Just find the space of that larger purpose that is attracting you and your whole life, and just tune into its energy field, or more precisely, its morphic field and its memory and momentum over time. That higher purpose, which is a crappy word to describe it, but feel into it and align with it now. Bring that word now into your center. You are aligning with it now. So lots of stuff is shifting now. You may not feel anything because it might not be about your local sensory perceptions being able to feel it. Even if you usually feel chi moving in a particular way, this is much bigger than your local chi. It involves the entire universe. So you are aligned with your quote unquote higher purpose or purposes, and that is going to pull you towards it. It's sending out a tractor beam right now to you, your intentions and goals, your manifestations. And that will continue. Okay? So that was the free healing. And that is the essential beginning of the now healing way to do manifestation. And now that you've done that, everything will be much easier, and you can always come back and do it again. In fact, please note, you want to keep doing this kind of thing often because you want to keep returning yourself to your center, to your highest purpose, course correcting, tuning up daily. It's instant healing, but it also flows through time and dimensions. So you do it once and everything shifts, but then keep doing it. Because, you know, the paradox is that time doesn't exist. You do it once and it's done. On the other hand, the clock on the wall says differently, and you might as well do it again when the sun rises tomorrow and when the sun sets tomorrow. Okay. Questions. All that is just the beginning. You know, I'll take questions and comments in a minute. So feel free to start typing them into the comments now. But also make sure to stay until the end. We're going to go just a few more minutes where I'm going to introduce my new program, the Intention Activator, which turns law of attraction on its head, and you don't just activate one intention, you manifest your top 10 goals. And that Intention Activator runs your top 10 goals and intentions through not a magic formula, but a new morphic formula to activate all those goals. And it builds on the free healing that we just did, that you just experienced, but then it goes much deeper and wider with new stuff that I've never taught before. So if you're curious, I have put the link in the description above under the Intention Activator, so you can go check it out. It's also on the website, nowhealing.com. On the shop page of the website, on the right sidebar of the website. It might not be there in a few years, but you'll find it. Just go to the link. Okay, let's look. Let me see if there's any questions. Okay, hi, everybody. Wonderful. Let me know if you have questions. Althea, how often do you recommend going to center, says Althea. General idea, so we don't get OCD'd about it. Excellent, because we can get obsessed and compulsive and just go, okay, you know, that it could take over your life. You want to live your life. So I recommend going to center every morning before you even open your eyes, and every night before you go to bed. And then if you want to focus yourself for doing a project, like if you're getting ready for, you know, a performance, or if you have to write a paper, or if you're being distracted by the traffic noise outside, go to center. But, you know, don't do it unless you're in a meditation where you're just doing it constantly for half an hour, which is great. Don't do it every second of every day. You know, maybe don't even do it every hour of every day. You'll know when you are feeling it, you're sensing it, and when it's just too much. Does that answer your question, Althea? Let me know. And then I'm going to go on to the next question. Oh, Doreen asked, please, can I have some healing, please? Yes, you just had some healing. What we just did was a big free healing. And that will do so much that you might not even need what you think you need. So accept what is already there for you. Plug into the healing field that already exists all around you now. And you don't need me to do it for you. I'm not doing this. I am showing you a kind and polite entry portal into the healing field. And then you can take it from there. And then if you do want more healing, go to my website, nowhealing.com, look at the free alignments, sign up for my mailing list, and you'll get lots more free healing. But don't assume that you need healing from the outside. You plug directly into the healing field. That's what going to center is. Do that morning and evening and a few times a day. And when something's bugging you, that's a great time to do it. Okay. Yehudit asks, is the state you dwell in most of the time that you attract from? Oh, it is the state you dwell in most of the time that you attract from. Yes. How to define what you're wanting, especially when dealing with opposing forces? Oh, what a fantastic question. So you've thought about what you want to attract a lot. And your infinite self already knows what you mean. So you can journal about it, you can write lists, you can tune in, you can have positive intentions, you can make vision boards, you can do affirmations, great. But then stop, give it a rest, go into the blank slate of your center. So while you're at center, you're not thinking about, I want to manifest this, I want to manifest that. You are at zero. Your mind is at zero, centered. You are aligned with the universal mind. Your emotions are at zero centered. You're not trying to feel good. You're not trying for anything. You're just being at center. I could go on and on about that, but I think you get that. Let me know if you don't. So when there are opposing forces, when you go to center, they will rearrange themselves in a nice yin-yang balance, or even more multidimensional than just duality. Okay, stop me now. I have more questions. Stephanie asks, do you have email? Yes. If you go to info@nowhealing.com, info@nowhealing.com, my assistant will be able to direct you to wherever you need, and you can ask questions there. I very rarely do private healings or answer personal questions except on forums like this, where I'm offering a Q&A. I don't do it every day because I have a lot of answers on my website. So visit my website, nowhealing.com, peruse, and a lot of your questions will get answered. But if you have a question, email info@nowhealing.com. Althea says, yes, beautiful. Kate, I feel like I'm sometimes in a battle between personality self and infinite self. Is this something that happens when you first start this kind of healing work, or keeps happening? Keeps happening, keeps happening, keeps happening. But notice all the times that your personality self and your infinite self are flowing beautifully together. They're not always in a battle. Sometimes they are. And that's always what's the old, I'm forgetting my terms. The thing that they used to do in like communism or dialectic theory, what's that called? Where you have this opposite thing, this, and then you have a synthesis. So it's kind of like that, if you like communist analogy. I don't know that you do, but it's a philosophical thing. It's dialectic materialism, I think. Anyway, so opposites attract, and then they might shoot past each other, and then they attract again, and then they shoot past each other. So that is the dance of personality versus infinite self, or personality with infinite self. Your personality self gets more and more in tune with infinite self in this healing helix. If you know my healing helix program, you know that's what this is. It's the, don't get me started. That's a whole nother thing. Kate, I think you've seen that, right? But if the battle between personality and infinite self feels ugh, like you said, we accept that. We allow that it's not permanent. The quick trick, go to center and ask infinite self to come in and slap your personality self or into shape. Wag your finger, your infinite self's finger at it. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. And just align your personality self with your infinite self now. Let's all do that. Say it with me. Align your personality self with your infinite self now. Bring that into center now. Tons of things are shifting now. And that's one that you would want to do repeatedly if you're feeling in that struggle battle state. And if you want to evolve your personality more into infinite self. There's also, some people call them sub-personalities. So it may not be your entire personality. It might be your inner teenager, or it might be some ancestral field that is wanting to come in and be healed. So let's just align all of that with wholeness now and with infinite self now. Let me know how you feel, Kate, if that answered your question. Althea is saying, ha, 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 I felt that one. Great. Let me scroll. Are there any more questions or comments? Don't be shy. Let me scroll back and see if there's anything else. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. I will check back in a moment, But, and let me just have another sip of tea, excuse me. And the next thing, the fourth thing we want to do is, well, let's tune in. How does everybody feel? That free healing is still rippling out. That aligning your personality self with your infinite self is still happening. It's all bubbling and expanding now. Bring it all into your center now. So, I'd love to know if you got a shift from that, or if you didn't feel a shift, and that's fine because the energy shifted whether you felt it or not, but I'd love for you to comment. If you did get a shift from any of this stuff that we just did, the free healing, then it is highly likely that you will get exponentially bigger shifts from my new program, the Intention Activator. I have to say, this thing hit me like a thunderbolt from the heavens, from Source. It was a true download from Source. It was just suddenly so clear how to power up manifestation to the 10th power. So, how it works is that if you decide to get the Intention Activator because you want to activate your top 10 intentions, and if you are drawn to it, how it works is that as you listen to the Intention Activator audio, you're going to be asked to write down your top 10 gratitudes. And then I use my morphic formula of many different energy shifts running, some silently in the background, some I'll speak. And that morphic formula will transmute the energy of your gratitude into the rocket fuel for your intentions. And, you know, everyone knows gratitude is a great place to be to manifest and to get more stuff to be grateful for. But this gives you like direct fuel for it. And then, okay, let me get back to what happens in the audio. So you'll write your 10 intentions and then I'll do stuff. And then I'll have you write down your top, you'll write your 10 gratitudes. Then you'll write down your top 10 intentions and I'll do more stuff. I align each one of them with, again, that morphic formula of 10x power alignments. And then we do a bunch more stuff with your intentions. And what will happen is that your momentum for manifestation will get captured into that flow of attraction of your highest purpose, of divine will, if you don't mind me calling it that, of universal blessings, of abundance. So if you tune in, you might even be able to feel into that, the power of that already. Just that flow of your intentions being captured and attracted by purpose. But it's much more specific and detailed in the Intention Activator. And it's also hugely general and big picture. So there's just a lot of transmutation happening in that program. So please check it out. Click the link in the description that says the Intention Activator. Or go to nowhealing.com and it will be on the shop page. And two things I forgot to mention. This is Thanksgiving week. So because this works with your gratitudes, it's a perfect time to do that. And it happens to be on sale because in America here, in North America, not Canada, I'm being imperialist now, in the United States, we celebrate Thanksgiving and we have sales. It makes no sense, but that's what we do. So it's on sale for $50 off until December 2nd. It's a Thanksgiving special. And the second thing is, if you're not sure about whether the Intention Activator will work for you, well, first of all, if you experienced a shift from the free healing that we just did, then you'll experience at least a 10 times bigger shift in the intention activator, probably way more than that. And secondly, if you give it a good try, but you are not pleased with it, there is a 30-day money-back guarantee, because I want it to work for you. I don't want you to buy something of mine that doesn't work for you. But you have 30 days to make that decision. So because of that 30-day money-back guarantee, you can't go wrong. Just give it an honest try. If you're not happy with it, just email us at info@nowhealing.com for a refund. You can read about the guarantee on the product page, on the Intention Activator page. Just click the link above. Okay, I'm done blabbing about this because we are 45 minutes in and I only wanted to go for half an hour. If you have last-minute questions, please post them now. If you have questions after that, when we are in the replay mode, you can also post them, or email info@nowhealing.com. Let me just see if there's last-minute questions or comments. Oh, I love the comments. Okay, people are feeling good, great, feeling okay. However, don't feel some energy around me that I don't like. Okay, I don't quite understand what you said, but let's just get you back to center now. So go back to center now. If there's anything you don't like, come to center and expand to wholeness now. Diane says, very centered, beautiful. Jennifer, feeling good. Thomas, thank you. Right back at you, you hot MILF. Okay. Yehudit, felt a shift, but mind patterns still pull me back at times. Bring your mind to center. Bring your mind to center now. Your mind is going to do that, but you can choose to focus on your center rather than the mind, chattering mind. Okay, so align your mind now. Diane, I love those downloads from Source. Beautiful. Myra, hey, feeling great, lots of fun. You are welcome. It's great to see you here. Kate, I really felt that too. Thank you. Love the Healing Helix. Good, you're already there. Beautiful, beautiful. I feel very emotional and so very thankful. And yes, sometimes I think my personality self throws a real spanner in the works, often when I'm out in a crowded place or new situation. And usually then I realize I've forgotten to go to center. Yeah, Kate, that is, that is the quandary, but we can use it to remind us. So rather than using that, being thrown off center as a way to beat ourselves up and go, oh, it happened again. If we use it as a reminder of, oh, it happened, go to center. So if you do it, if you remember to do it without judgment, hard to remember sometimes, but we're all getting more and more in the habit of that. It's in the flow for us to be doing that. And just don't beat yourself up. Just go to center before beating yourself up. And Yehudit says, I'm yawning. And that doesn't mean that she's bored. That means that she's shifting energy. A lot of people will comment on my website and say, I'm yawning. And then someone looked at it and goes, you have a lot of bored people on your website. I'm like, okay. Let's start at the beginning. Althea, you're welcome. Diane says, I wanted to mention quickly to you, when I listen to one of your healings, my fiance can feel it when he puts his hand on my leg. Great. So you are a resonator. You are a resonator of wholeness, Diane. Thank you. And your fiance should thank you too. Okay. Oh, Althea says, doing live calls around your take on LOA. Yeah, I have a list of 1 million live calls that I want to do, along with 50 million other things too. Thanks for the encouragement. Stephanie loves Healing Helix too. Yay, feeling good, centered, expanded. Yay, everybody feel good, centered, and expanded. What about, Gabby says, what about body tension that is stuck? Go to your center. So focus away from the body tension, go to your center and expand out infinitely past your physical body, past your emotions, past your thoughts. So try it with that. And on my website, I have lots of free alignments that will show you how to deal with that. I have a free healing called Transform Any Problem Now that you get when you sign up for my mailing list. So go to nowhealing.com if you're not already signed up, and you'll get that free healing. Great. Excellent, excellent. Stephanie, is there a difference between wholeness, aligning with wholeness, and what we just did? Oh, my mind is exploding now. How do I even answer that? Yes and no. So the words are portals into the same thing. They're different points of view into the same thing. Wholeness can be infinity, or it can be undifferentiated wholeness with no features, just everything the same, everything one. Aligning with it, you might be aligning like Gabby wants to align his body stiffness with that. You might want to align your emotions. So it's fractal. So there is a difference and there's no difference. Sorry, that's the best I can do. Okay, everybody. Thank you for being here with me, and I hope you enjoyed this expansion into wholeness. Please share this. You can still share it right now so that your friends can experience the free healing and learn how to break the law of attraction with the higher law of plugging into universal instant wholeness. This is Elma with Love and Wholeness, signing off for now.